Daytona Beach, Florida is home to Hankster's Hot Rods Muscle Car and Collector Car Showroom, where we own all of our vehicles. We are not a consignment dealer. If you're watching today's presentation on YouTube, please be sure to check out our website, which is hanksters.com. It's where you can find all of our most current inventory. Our YouTube videos, we never take down. We shoot probably 5 to 6 per week between our two locations, 52 weeks in a year. As many years we've been doing this, there's a lot of videos up on our YouTube channel. However, when a vehicle is funded in full, that particular car, truck, SUV comes down off of our website, letting you know that unit is no longer for sale. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. There will be vehicles such as the one we're about to present to you today, prior to them going through our full marketing presentation. So if you are in the market for a specific year, make, or model, you might be able to get a jump on your buying competition by checking out our social media pages. Also, there's links there to our gift shop here in Daytona, where you can buy Hanksters t-shirts, hats, all kinds of different banners and flags, muscle car related items and material, all kinds of cool stuff for your man cave, your garage, your barn, your shed, wherever you might keep your classic car collection or classic car memorabilia. A little bit different car to our inventory today, something we don't generally get a lot of, but when we do, we do get some activity on it, and that is a 1969 Buick GS 400. So let's check it out. We do believe it to be the correct numbers matching motor for the car. We will try to get some verification on that later on in the presentation. There is a cowl tag present on the car up front that will be photographed and put on our website for you to look at. It does have power brakes, does have power steering. And yes, that is actually Frigidaire, General Motors factory AC car. So steering, brakes, and AC. Let's check it out. Blue in color, white vinyl top, white vinyl interior. GS badging in the front grille. That front bumper area, obviously low there, is, that's a big front bumper, and it's a lot of chrome, and it's in very good condition. There's no flaking, there's no pitting, there's no peeling. Buick designation there across the front of the hood. 400 badging represents, the GS 400 and the motor that is under the hood. Let's take a look at the paint on the tops of the fenders and the top of the hood. Real nice, nice driver quality paint. There's no debris in the paint that I can see. There's no fish eyes. There's no clear fade. There's no areas of concern in the paint up high on the tops of the fenders or the hood. Moving on to the driver's side front fender, you do have 4 wheel opening moldings that are chrome in color, and then have the black accent in the center of the wheel opening molding. The one on the driver's fender looks to be in good condition. Raised white letter radial tires. Those tires are brand new. When we purchased the car, the tires that were on it were dated. So although the tires had plenty of tread left, the age was not something that would pass through our showroom, so we went ahead and put brand new tires on it. So they literally don't even have 5 miles on them. Beauty rings are in good shape. They are the proper Buick wheels for the car. It probably, I would venture to guess, the original wheels. There is some signs of age in the center caps, but you can check that out. There are still photos of that on our website that you can blow up real big and take a look at. Window glass on the car all the way around is in pretty nice shape. Let's start with the front windshield. No cracks, no chips, anything like that. The chrome around the front windshield is in good shape. Single mirror on the driver's side door. Does have a little bit of patina up top here. Again, it very well could be the original mirror. There's things I'll point out throughout this video presentation that in my mind shows a lot of originality to the car, such as the motor, the wheels, the mirror. There's some interior components, so we'll look at that throughout the entire presentation. But that's a good thing on this particular car, because it tells you, it was very well cared for throughout its life if there's still parts hung on here from 1969. Drip rail moldings in pretty decent shape. It does have a little ding right there, but overall in pretty nice condition. Let's Take a look at the top, the roof, the vinyl top. So when you're looking at vinyl, you're looking if any moisture has gotten in the vinyl top over the years, you know, and there's any kind of bubbling or rusting under the vinyl top. So your problematic areas are generally like right here where your seam is, and there's no issues on this car. And then like where you drop down here to the rear quarter, if there was any problems with this seam and moisture got underneath, it would roll down here to where it meets the rear quarter, and then of course behind the window here, and this top is in excellent condition. Driver's side door fitment. The gaps are good from the front fender there and the rear of the door to the rear quarter. And again, check out the window glass, your driver door window and your rear quarter window, everything, the clarity on the glass is pretty good on this car. Let's take a look inside. I mentioned earlier you have a white vinyl interior. It gives the car a cool look. It's, you know, the whole color combination, the blue paint with the white vinyl top. You got black carpeting inside, which, by the way, the carpeting that was in the car when we bought it was faded, so we put brand new carpeting in there, so the carpeting's brand new. The vinyl in the interior of the car. Notice how when I open the driver door, there are courtesy lights back there in the sail panels that do illuminate. Like the Chevelles, you have your push button here on the back of the seat to put the driver's seat forward. OEM seat belts in the back. I told you the carpeting's brand new. Hopefully you can see that in this video. Your seat back's good. You know, white seat backs have a tendency to want to discolor to yellow. These ones are in nice condition. And again, the vinyl on not only the back seat, but both bucket seats up front is in real nice shape. I'll show you the front carpet. Like I told you, it's brand new, so it's definitely not discolored, definitely not torn, definitely not aged or worn, because it's like the tires on the car, the carpeting's probably about 5 days old. So real nice looking vehicle on the inside. We'll take a closer look at the inside of the car when we're actually on the test drive. The body lines on the car are good. The quarter's nice and straight here in the rear. I don't see any waves or ripples or any signs of any kind of subpar workmanship. Driver's door lines up nicely, and the front fender is nice and straight as well. It's got that cool line there, you know, going up the driver's door and continuing onto the driver's side front fender. GS 400 badging on the rear quarter. Getting back to the clarity of the windows on the car, rear window, you know, you'll notice like on the Camaros and Chevelles and so on and so forth, sometimes when people do restorations, they're lazy and they don't want to cover the rear window when they're welding, or they don't want to cover the rear window when they're sandblasting or grinding, and you know, the rear windows will take a lot of scratching on, and this one's nice and clear. Hopefully that you can see that in the video and in the still photos. You do have your GS badge there that covers your rear entry trunk key lock. Again, the chrome on the rear bumper is just as nice as the chrome on the front bumper. Deck lid fits nice to the rear quarters. Not only is your deck lid flush to the rear quarters, but also your gapping is pretty nice there. Take a look in the trunk. You do have a full-size spare. It's a Mastercraft. I don't know how old it is. I didn't check the date code. You know, obviously, if the tires that were on the car were too old, the spare is probably too old too, but nonetheless, you do have a full-size factory spare that if you want to, you can change out and, you know, put a newer tire on there. It does have a jack underneath there as well. This is nothing of real significance. A couple miscellaneous parts receipts, nothing, you know, motor-wise, transmission-wise, anything like that. Trunk in good shape. You see no rust holes, no rot holes. Trunk mat's brand new. How about we take a look at the passenger side of the car? Same thing as the driver's side. No rust bubbles down low. No areas of concern in the paint up high. Looks pretty good. You know, again, a driver quality paint job. It's not a concourse quality paint job. It's a driver quality car. But, you know, if you're asking the question, does the car need any paint work? The answer is no. It's, you know, it's nice throughout the entire vehicle. Again, on the passenger side, rear quarter windows in nice shape, clarity, and condition. Same thing with the passenger door. Both chrome door handles are pretty nice. They're not brand new, but you can definitely tell they've been replaced at some point in their life. Passenger side, same way as the driver's side. Door panel's nice, armrest is nice, carpeting at the bottom of the door is nice condition. Again, I made the statement earlier, and I'll say it again, the carpeting in the car itself is brand new. The center console is definitely original to the car. It does have some areas, signs of patina that you will see in the still photos, and I'll show you in this video presentation when we're on a test drive. But overall, real nice condition, interior-wise, of this GS 400, 1969. Again, check out your door fitment on the passenger side. It's the same as it was on the driver's side. The door lines up nice to the front fender, nice to the rear quarter. You can see, you know, down here where the door meets the rear quarter and the rocker, it's all nice and flush down there. It's not tweaked or twisted, bowed out. I made mention earlier the paint on the top of the fenders, nice condition. Continuing down the fender and low here, you know, that's where your areas of concern would be, is low. But it's nice driver quality paint, uniform. I don't see any blistering or cracking. You know, it's not. I would say that the paint job's older than, you know, 5 years, 7 years, something like that. I don't have any history, you know, on a motor rebuild, training rebuild when the car was painted, but it's a nice 1969 driver quality Buick GS 400. Nice chrome front and rear, nice interior. Nice paint job, a nice white vinyl top. It's just a nice car. We don't get a lot of the Buicks through here, so there's already been a lot of activity on this car, just the car sitting in our showroom. In fact, we've almost sold it 2 or 3 times. It just wasn't ready. You know, we had to put new carpet in it, we had to put new tires on it, you know, so people were anxious and chomping at the bit. We try to get them processed as fast as we can. You know, people come to our showroom and they see cars that aren't through our whole reconditioning process yet, and they get excited about the car. And it's like, well, you know, this person wants this car, this person wants this car, and it's kind of like we can only work so fast. And like I said, we've almost sold this 2 or 3 times without us even putting new carpet and new tires on and so on and so forth. But real nice car. We're going to take it around the building, put it up in the air. We'll check out the undercarriage, and then we'll do a short little test drive, and we'll see how the vehicle runs. I do encourage you guys to come to our Daytona showroom in person and take a look at this GS 400. We'll pull it outside for you. You can look at the paint condition. We'll put it in the air for you, just like we're going to do here in a couple minutes. You can look at the undercarriage, look at the suspension components, bottom of the motor, bottom of the trans, pan, you know, floor pans, so on and so forth. We'll let you drive it. You can see how the car steers, how the car stops, how the car accelerates, get a good feel for the car. This way, when the car arrives to you and wherever you're at in the United States or in the world for that matter, you know exactly what you're getting because you were here and saw it firsthand, and you weren't just taking my word for it. At the end of the day, we are an internet-based business. We sell most of our cars sight unseen. If we sell 30 cars this month, I'll probably meet 3 or 4 buyers face to face. Yes, that's shocking, you know, but we continue to do it month after month. You know, we're all busy. We own our own businesses, so we have, you know, time at work. We can't take time away from our family, can't get flights for whatever reason. Whatever the circumstances are, we take, you know, 80, 90, 100 photos of every car. We do these 15, 20, 25-minute long video presentations of each car. We have a pretty in-depth description of each vehicle on our website. We have longevity in this business of selling 30, 40, 50-year-old, 60-year-old cars. We've been doing it for over 20 years, so hopefully that tells you something about our business model. We try to represent each car as honestly and as accurately as we possibly can, but at the end of the day, I do encourage you guys to come take a look for yourself. I am around these cars every day. I know full well what the paint should look like, what the car should perform like, what the undercarriage should look like, you know, all that fun stuff. But maybe it's been a couple of years, or maybe it's been more than a couple of years since you've driven, sat in, or looked at the quality, condition, fitment of a classic vehicle. But you can do that here in our Daytona showroom in person. I'm going to take this Buick outside right now. We'll throw it on the lift, check out the undercarriage, and then we'll do a short little test drive. Underneath our 1969 GS 400, everything, the motor, the transmission, everything's all date code period correct. So we do believe it is the original drivetrain in this car. So looking up, I know you guys, there's not a real good shot of the motor on this car because of the cross member and everything that's all around it. However, the bottom of the oil pan and the side of the block, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. Everything looks freshly painted. We didn't paint this, so anytime you see fresh paint on an engine block, it's generally a pretty good indication that the motor's been out recently. However, I have no documentation to support that, so that's just my assumption. The frame rails on the car look good, both sides, driver and passenger. Obviously, we're standing underneath it with our lift post sitting on it, so if there's any structural integrity issues, we would not be. Transmission pan looks good all the way around. I don't see anything there, leaking on the bolts or anything like that. Speedo cables right here, that looks dry. 3 problematic areas on a transmission: tranny pan, speedo cable, and then tail shaft seal. You can't really see; it's up there behind the cross member, but doesn't look like it's leaking. I don't see it. Cross member is in good shape that supports the transmission. Floor pans, they look good, starting here in the front of the drivers, continuing all the way back. Same thing here with the passengers. Whether they're original or not, I don't know. My guess would be, most of them aren't. However, I don't see any sections that they're, well, with the original drivetrain, it very well could be, but I don't know. I'm sure some expert body man might be able to tell you, but that's not me. So, but I don't see any patches or any kind of silicone work. You do have a dual Flowmaster exhaust on the car that runs on either side of the drive shaft. There are exhaust manifolds that come off the side of the motor, continue back throughout the car, and then you have Flowmaster mufflers there in the rear. Drum brakes in the rear. 12-bolt rear. I told you the tires are brand new. See, look, they even got the little yellow and blue lines on them. Frame rails, passenger and driver's side both look good. Sure looks to me like a new gas tank. It's not painted, it's not dented. Chrome tips coming out below your rear bumper. Look, that gives you a nice shot of the chrome there on the lower bumper. See how nice that chrome is? That's a huge bumper, both front and rear, and the chrome looks good on both sides. It's a pretty nice car. We don't do much with Buicks, but I'm glad we have this car. It's a good color combination, numbers matching drivetrain, or original drivetrain, good floor pans, good structural integrity, 12-bolt rear, brand new tires. Car has a lot going for it. AC, we're going to go out and find out if that works. It's a warm day here in Florida, so we will take a little test drive and we'll put on the AC and we'll see if it works. If you're a cash buyer, we accept cash if you're coming to us here in Daytona. We also accept cashier's check from your bank, and then most common form of payment, since we do the majority of our business sight unseen, is bank wire transfer. The money's generally there the same day if you do it early enough, and then we can start preparing the vehicle for shipment that much sooner. If you're financing, that's fine too. We get paid all the same. Financing just takes an extra day or two longer. It just depends on how fast you are with your paperwork. We have 3 different collector car lenders that will do up to an 8-year loan on this car. 10% down is going to be your minimum down payment requirement. You can do more if you'd like to, but they're going to require a minimum of 10%. Then the remaining balance is going to be over that 5 to 8 year period, whatever it is you're approved for. Whether you're cash or financing, once the car is funded in full, we put the car through a pre-delivery inspection process. We make sure one last time all the lights are working, wipers are working, lug nuts are torqued, tires are the proper air pressure, fluid levels are all topped off, all that fun stuff. Once the outgoing inspection has been completed, the guys will tell me it's ready to go and we'll call a carrier for pickup. If you are in a popular area, California, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, PA, generally we can get a driver here within 24 to 48 hours. If you are in a more rural or remote area, give us some time, 3, 4, 5 days. There's not as many drivers going to those uncommon areas as they are heavily populated areas. So it might take us an extra couple days, but believe me, the whole process is a lot faster than you think. We get you the car as soon as we possibly can, and we do this about 30 times a month. So again, we make the whole process happen a lot sooner than you might actually think. Also, on one more thing to mention before we let the car down and take it on a test drive, on your collector car loans, there is no prepayment penalty. So if you want to enjoy one of these classics for 2 or 3 years and turn around and sell it, hopefully you can get close to your money back out of it that you paid for it. In some cases, even a little more. I know some people I sold cars to 2 or 3 years ago that I wish I had back because they're worth about $10,000, $15,000 more money, and that's no BS, trust me. But no prepayment penalty, so you can, you know, if you want to sell it, and let's say you get approved for a 5-year loan and you want to pay it off in 2 or sell it in 2, you won't get penalized for paying the loan off early, which is a nice luxury as well. Let's set this 69 GS down on the ground. We'll take it on a test drive and we'll show you guys how the car runs out. Inside our 69 GS 400, we have a horn, wipers, tilt wheel, gas gauge does work. We're about 1/8 of a tank, which we're gonna have to put gas in it. 11,555. I doubt that's the original miles. Could be. I don't know. Like I said in the showroom, there's a lot of originality to this car, which I'm going to show you here shortly. Turn signals, driver's side, passenger side. Look at that clock ticking. And a reminder to fasten your seatbelts. See that sunshine out there? We have the windows up because the AC is on and it is blowing cold. So we are going to do the test drive in the luxury of air conditioning. This radio, again, so back to the originality thing. I would say this is the original radio, okay? Doesn't work. Oh, wait, maybe it does work. I couldn't get anything in the showroom, but of course we have a metal roof and concrete walls. So. Well, anyways, it's AM anyways. What the hell's on AM radio? There's nothing. So it doesn't work. We don't do radios, so, but check out the, like, all your instrument, you know, around here. All this looks to be new, you know, new. All this looks to be like original around here, along with the radio, along with the dash cluster, along with the engine, along with the tranny. A lot of originality to the car. I've always loved how Oldsmobiles and Buicks drive. And this one's no exception. This thing rides fantastic. By the way, center console, as I mentioned in the showroom, you can see the patina there, the Buick logo. It is the original factory center console. That's cool stuff. Headliner's in good shape. It's white, no holes. Let's take it on a drive, see how it runs. Our 69 GS runs fantastic. 40 miles per hour on the speedometer. That's exactly what we're doing. Check out how nice and steady that needle is. No hands on the wheel. The car tracks perfectly straight. The response in the steering is fantastic. We'll check brakes here. So brakes. Look, at car stops nice and straight, just like it should. No pulsation or vibration in the brakes whatsoever. Our gauge is working. We have oil pressure, battery voltage. Temp's not up yet because we've been running here probably 5 minutes. You should see that. We'll check that again later on in the test drive. 0 tire vibration. I told you the tires on the car are brand new. 0 drivetrain vibration. No vibration in the seat, the steering wheel, anything like that. Car has good acceleration. We'll run it through a couple gears here when we hit the corner. Look, I got a green light up here. I'm going to take this corner without stopping. That's a rarity that we get a green light on this turn. Oh, see? Now it's changing. Let's run it through a couple gears. Transmission shift's nice. That's 65. Coming down quickly. But, you know, I got it up to probably 65, 66 miles per hour. Tranny shift's real nice. No hands on the wheel. Something flew up from the road there and smacked the wheel well. But no hands on the wheel at 50 miles per hour. The like I said, the speedometer's Nice and steady all the way up to 60. It tracks just like it should. This is a beautiful example of a 1969 GS 400. I made the statement earlier, we don't get many Buicks through the showroom. However, this, look, windows up the whole time. Believe me, it's 85 degrees outside. If that air wasn't blowing cold, we wouldn't have the windows up. 386-944-9219 is our contact phone here in Daytona Beach. Here we go. Stop, right? Watch. No pulsation, no vibration whatsoever. Stops just like it should. Here we are at an idle. We're not stalling, wanting to stall out. 190 on the temp, which is about operating temperature. This motor should probably run between 185 and 200 somewhere, depending on, you know, traffic conditions and the weather outside and whatnot. But Hangsters.com is our website. We will be putting 80 to 90 still photos, high definition still photos of this vehicle up on our website today, along with this video presentation you're watching right now. At full retail price, this car does include shipping on an enclosed carrier in the lower 48 United States. It also includes a powertrain warranty. It is not a bumper-to-bumper warranty. It is on the engine, transmission, and rear end. It's good at any ASC certified facility in the United States. You can't take it to Joe's backyard garage, but you can probably take it to that same guy that's working on your daily driver. You don't have to take it to a Chevy store, or General Motors store, or a special muscle car restoration center, or anything like that. Like I said, same person working on your daily driver can probably handle this, and probably, in fact, they'd probably be overjoyed to handle this because there's no onboard computers and all that fun stuff that we deal with today. Is the price of the car negotiable? It most certainly is. However, if we negotiate the price of the car, that warranty I was referring to comes off. The warranty is good at full retail price only. Also, the shipping comes off. We can direct you, point you in a direction where you can make your own shipping arrangements. However, you will pay the driver on delivery with cash or check. They do not accept credit cards. Maybe you're a collector, you have 2 or 3 cars, and you have your own open or enclosed trailer, and you want to make a little weekend trip to Daytona and pick the car up yourself. You can certainly do that. I don't care. We don't make any money off the shipping. We just provide it as a convenience to our customers. Of course, if you're local to us here in the Sunshine State, and you're in Orlando or Melbourne, St. Augustine, Jacksonville, you want to come pick up this beautiful 69 GS 400, you can do that as well. We'd love to earn your business, add you to our growing customer base, not only throughout the United States, but throughout the entire world. Yes, we do export, so if you're watching us in Sweden, Switzerland, Germany, New Zealand, Australia, we can get the car there. We can handle the whole process from start to finish if you need us to. Hangsters Hot Rods is located in Daytona Beach, Florida, and our website is hangsters.com. Check us out.